Fire here tonight.
We combine weight of 490 pounds from Hell, Michigan. Dareian Frost, Jason Wells, a solution.
We're here at Pinfall Wrestling Association, Centerville, Illinois, at the Little Flower Activity Center, which is the Q Hut right behind the school. Come to the ring, the number 5 ranked tag team in Central Illinois at the very last NBS 25, Jason Wells and Dareian Frost, part of the trio known as The Solution. Few people were surprised to see them make the list, as there's some people that didn't know that they were still active as wrestlers. And there is a reason for that. Dareian Frost and Jason Wells the past few years have wrestled pretty much exclusively for Rampage Championship Wrestling out of Litchfield. RCW, for one reason or another, insists on being an underground promotion, flying completely under the radar, does not want any sort of coverage, and thus, which it does have a negative effect on the roster, as if the other promoters in the area don't hear anything about these wrestlers, they're not likely to book them, not to sign them to wrestling on their shows. They're going to use folks that they know are active, that they can read about, that they can watch matches of. Thus, the people on this particular roster, the RCW roster, become completely dependent on the one promotion to keep the wrestling career going, as they cannot, kind of stuck on being able to branch. The worst situation you can be in is, as a wrestler, is that you need the promotion more than it needs you. Best position a wrestler can be in is the Fed needs you more than you need the Fed to advance your wrestling career. Dareian Frost, of course, was a former member of the New West roster, and pretty much forced to exit in a loser leaves town stipulation back in 2010. Dareian Frost was not wanting to depart to West Wrestling, but he was cut from the roster. There were some that thought that he couldn't keep up with most of the members of the roster. Dareian Frost was part of the group known as the Sin Club, along with Stephen Bishop and Dave Parker. Parker, as far as I know, is no longer active, although it's been rumored that he's been wrestling for RCW. Of course, they insist on being underground, and nobody knows who even makes up the roster anymore, except people that are in RCW for all intents and purposes. There's a clothesline from Jason Wells. Oh, right to the eyes by Rip Mystic. Rip Mystic, a Central Illinois Hall of Famer, and he knocks down Dareian Frost. Rip Mystic, an interesting case. He left New Midwest Wrestling at the end of 2010 himself. Some sort of bizarre backstage incident that happened. Well, actually, it happened of the crowd. He was not involved in it. Somebody associated with him was involved in it. but since he left New Midwest, he's been popping up in promotions that have been held in very low regard. And he's been getting in front of the microphone complaining about promotions coming to Springfield and there being a bunch of backyarders on the roster. It's really bizarre that he complains about backyard wrestling in Springfield, yet wrestles for promotions that had used them. And I have personal opinion is him associating with these folks has actually probably done some damage to his legacy, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion. It just doesn't make any sense that you're going to complain about why are you there? Jonathan Magnus with a chokehold on Dareian Frost. Jason Wells coming in to break it up. Rip Mystic had the referee tied up, and Rip Mystic dumps Jason Wells to the outside. Jason Wells left New Midwest Wrestling in 2009. Interestingly enough, a dispute with the promoter was his reason why he left. For creative differences, take a pick. And a suplex from Dareian Frost. Only one count. And a drop kick to the back of the head from Rip Mystic. And it's clearly obvious to me that these men can still go. Jon Magnus, the new NMW Central Illinois champion, took the title from Tony G in a I Quit match that went all over the Langford High School gym. G's girlfriend was thrown into the ring to force Tony G to concede the match to Jonathan Magnus. And thus, Jon Magnus is the Central Illinois champion. West is not running again until August 25th. In the meantime, PWA has been running kind of bi-weekly here in Southern View, Illinois. And it has been beneficial to several wrestlers in around Springfield that gives them a chance to get more experience in the ring and work with some of the veterans. As Jonathan Magnus tries to sit on Dareian Frost but missed, but Magnus recovers, takes Frost into the corner, and Rip Mystic went to the attack on Dareian Frost. Irish whip. Mystic jumping enziguri. Trademark move. And he knocks Jason Wells down on the floor again. Central Illinois wrestling landscape continues to evolve. JW held its return show in June as Rip Mystic hits a perfect drop kick. Meanwhile, a new promotion is opening in Monroe, Illinois, Pro Wrestling Glory. I have no idea who the promoter is of that promotion, but it's supposed to make its debut in September. And meanwhile, in Eastern Illinois, Robinson, Illinois, Matt Cage and Kristen Rose are opening Fight Pro. They'll be running spot shows out there. As Rip Mystic tried a standing moonsault and got the knees, and there's a tag to Jason Wells. Jason Wells blasting Jon Magnus and Rip Mystic. Jason Wells to the assault. Oh, he dumps Jason Wells to the outside. Wells is the legal man, as is Rip Mystic. Dareian Frost in. Oh, DDT from Rip Mystic. Well, the referee is counting the illegal man. Mystic and Magnus win, but Jason Wells is the legal man. It was not Dareian Frost. Chip Conway, the referee, counted the fall anyway. Chip Conway's not been a referee for very long. Big mistake by an inexperienced official, as Rip Mystic and Jon Magnus steal the victory at 9 minutes even. Solution got screwed here. PWA will be holding its next show on July the 7th, Sunview, Illinois. Go to facebook.com/PWA Springfield.
He was the legal man. You screwed up, ref.
Wells and Frost complained to the official about his bad call. But it's going to stand here. However, keep an eye on the Solution. They have been expanding their activity around the Central Illinois scene of late, so we'll have to see where they go as a tag team. From the crew at the Nosebleed Seats, have a safe, happy, and exciting Independence Day. You can follow the Nosebleed Seats by going to these internet locations: website, Facebook, Twitter, email, Formspring, Podomatic, and LiveJournal. Catch the Nosebleed Seats TV on demand anytime. Just go to stlwc.blip.tv, select your episode, watch and enjoy the show. The NBS TV on stlwc.blip.tv.
It is time for main events. This match is for the PWA Heavyweight Championship.
Featured match. Bit of a throwback, as these two are no strangers to each other. Make note, PWA will be holding its next event on July 7th, as Tom Arson approaches the ring. Tom Arson is going for the PWA Heavyweight Championship. Recall that West had announced that they are recognizing Tom Arson as the new NMW Heavyweight Champion in a ladder match that he was not supposed to be a part of. He did not sign a contract to be a part of a ladder match between Ryan Phoenix and Tyler Friedel. The NBS is going to resist NMW's decree and continue to recognize the dodgeball superstar Tyler Friedel as the new Midwest Heavyweight Champion. As really, we do not see Tom Arson having any legal right to that title. But it's not going to get resolved until at least August the 25th. Tyler Friedel should have the first opportunity to recover his title that was stolen from him. Tom Arson literally ripped the championship belt in two to get it down. But here is a singles match, one-on-one. Tom Arson will be facing Sage Ramsey for the PWA Heavyweight Championship. Back in 2004, Sage Ramsey ended Tom Arson's first Midwest Heavyweight title reign.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the PWA Heavyweight Championship. First standing to my left, weighing in at 250 pounds, from St. Louis, Missouri, Tom Arson. And the champion to my right, weighing in at 288 pounds, from Wells, Michigan, Sage Ramsey.
So here it is. Classic matchup here at PWA. Some that believe that Sage Ramsey was not physically fit to re-engage in the rigors of the ring wars, but here's a match between Sage Ramsey and an old rival, so we'll see how Sage performs in this one-on-one matchup. Your referee is Billy Reno. I'll make mention, Pro Wrestling Epic will be returning to Mount Pulaski on July the 6th. That's a Friday. At the American Legion Hall for Democracy. ProWrestlingEpic.com is the website. Be sure to head to St. Louis Wrestling Community at sclwrestling.livejournal.com for weekend events on the second weekend of July. There are multiple promotions running on the July 14th weekend. A leg drop misses its target, and Tom Arson with a clothesline to the mat. And a chokehold from Tom Arson. Claims he's another one, but we're not seeing him as the number one wrestler in New Midwest at this point in time. The question is, can he become the number one wrestler in the Pinfall Wrestling Association? And there's a snapmare. Tom Arson, a hard kick to the back of Sage Ramsey. And a 1 count. Tom Arson lines up an elbow and drops it in the middle of the gut of Sage Ramsey. Looks like that's where he's going to focus his attack, is the abdomen of Sage Ramsey. Bread basket. Knee to the gut from the pinnacle of prosperity, the trendsetter Tom Arson. WWE will be holding the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw on July the 23rd. St. Louis, Missouri, and Scott Trade Center. Landmark edition for the pro wrestling industry. As the episode 1000 is going to be celebrated. city where wrestling at the Chase was made famous. Wrestling history. Decades and decades of wrestling history made in St. Louis as Sage Ramsey got a back body drop on Tom Arson, but Arson back on his feet and back on the attack. Lickety split. A chokehold on the center rope by Tom Arson. Tom Arson pulling Sage Ramsey to the center of the ring. Looks like he's going for an abdominal stretch. He doesn't quite have it fully hooked. Is clearly not using the hold to get a submission as he punches Sage Ramsey in the gut. He is working on that abdomen. Now he's just punching away at the head. The current PWA Heavyweight Champion. Tom Arson says his fist is dynamite. He's going to go to a cover. And a 2 count. Tom Arson trying to figure out what to do, and he goes to a chokehold on the mat. Tom Arson pulling Sage Ramsey to his feet. Now he's going to go for a suplex. 288 pounds. Hit the mat. Sage Ramsey will not stay down. Fans here at the Q Hut trying to rally Sage Ramsey. Tom Arson continuing to fire shots and side to the side suplex and takes down Tom Arson. PWA's next event, July the 7th, back here in Southern View. Billy Reno lays in the count on both men. Sage Ramsey to his feet. And Tom Arson runs into a clothesline from Sage Ramsey. Arson stumbles around, pick up, slam to the mat. Sage off the ropes, hits the leg drop. I think he jarred something that gave him a bit of pain when he landed the leg drop. He has had a surgically reconstructed knee. And a spinebuster from Sage Ramsey. Cover 2, and look who's out here. Mystic and Magnus, who were victorious earlier, have come to ringside. Arson, Mystic, and Magnus have formed an alliance at PWA. Of course, Magnus and Arson are part of the group known as the Sovereign. Clothesline miss, and a boot! And Rip Mystic's on the apron. And Magnus is on the apron. Sage Ramsey has a cover. Well, here comes Dareian Frost and Jason Wells out to ringside to even up the score. Sage Ramsey going over to argue with Rip Mystic. Tom Arson on his feet. A boot to the face. Tom Arson has his attention on the members of the Solution. Tom Arson. Looks like he's going to finish off Sage Ramsey and take that PWA Heavyweight title. He's going to go for a choke slam. And it's blocked. Swing and a miss. Sage. Choke slam. And Mystic Magnus jump in the ring. The Solution come in. And they're slugging it out. And the referee calls for the bell. I think these 6 men are going to have to face off in a 6-man tag at some point in the future. But the Solution clear the ring. Let's get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee said double disqualification.
Double DQ at 9 minutes and 10 seconds. No winner. No contest.
Hey!
The disqualification did not change the title. So still,
Tom Arson does not win a title legitimately tonight. But PWA will be running its next show on July the 7th at Southern View. Also know Pro Wrestling Epic at Mount Pulaski, American Legion Hall on Friday, July the 6th. That'll do it for this edition of the Nosebleed Seats. I am the Man Conservative Crime Fighter. Enjoy your weekend.